Hello everyone, I'm Ep58,
And I'm Sandman 99.
and we're back with Fallout 4 G9-13 playthrough.
Yes, we managed to successfully install the Fens Sheriff Department. At least it looks like it's successfully.
Yeah, you actually have a bit to say about how easy that process went.
Well, I mean, if you understand a little bit about file structure, basically what I did was I made sure that I removed all of the folders from the previous mod, like
Yep.
the left field diner. And then before I installed the Fens Sheriff's Department, I was able to know enough, I guess, to go in and check to make sure that all the folders from the old mod were actually gone.
Yep.
And then I was able to install the Fens Sheriff's Department. And actually, you know how smart this mod is? It actually, when I first loaded up the game here, a little pop-up message came up telling me that I had not yet completed the Adam Cat's Garage quest,
Okay.
which is the one that you go there and you make friends with the Adam Cats.
Yep,
You know,
yep.
like you go across the bay and you fix the pump at Warwick and you come back and help them fight off a bunch of gunners, and then, like you make friends with them, right?
Yeah, yep.
And apparently some of the events in the Fens Sheriff's Department depend on that particular quest being done. So it actually gave me fair warning that I had not yet done that. So I went and did it, and then after, as soon as I finished the dialogue with Zeke there at the Adam Cats, and he told me what a good person I was and all that kind of stuff, then it popped up and said, "You have completed the Adam Cat's Garage quest and can now proceed with the Fens Sheriff Department."
Nice.
And it said I should go and check my mailbox outside of my room, which used to be Lily's room.
Yep.
Anyway, in the meantime, I was running around doing, like a little of this and a little of that, and I had to run and do 3 settlement attacks. One at 10 Pines Bluff, and then I no sooner got that resolved when I had to rush over to Greentop Nursery. And then, after that, I had to come running back here to Cambridge Red Rocket, because they were under attack as well.
Jeez.
And in the meantime, of course, some of that involved traveling by night, and I ended up getting attacked by a vampire and getting infected with the FEV sanguinaire virus. But by fortunate coincidence here at the Cambridge Red Rocket, I had actually put in a what do you call
A
it?
doctor?
A clinic with a doctor. I made my own doctor a while ago.
Yeah, he looks kind of like a farmer, but
Yeah, he doesn't really look very much like a doctor. But anyway, this is what the Cambridge Red Rocket looks like, the way that I built it this time around. And it's, of course, anyone who's played the game knows where the Cambridge Red Rocket is, and this is part of the Red Rocket settlement mod that I've, given honorable mention to before, of course. And so I built this nice big residential building where I could put beds in. And I also built some stuff on the front here where this old little sort of miniature Quonset shack was, and this is where my room is when I'm staying here. And of course, I've got lots and lots of guard post mats up here high, where guards can fire down at enemies, and lots of gun turrets and that kind of thing. I didn't actually fire a shot to resolve this particular settlement attack, because the defenses here are well over 200. And they were easily able to
take care of themselves. But anyway, I built an extension onto the building here to put my workshop in, because my doctor, here is the doctor, by the way. See, doesn't he look like a medical professional? Absolutely not.
I suppose I could spare some steak.
He actually looks like somebody you'd expect to see reciting poetry at a beatnik bar or something, right?
Oh, God. Not that I have anything against people who recite poetry at beatnik bars, but they often don't make good doctors, right? But he got the job done. I'm no longer infected with FEV sanguinaire. So.
Nice.
And of course, I've got a couple of shops here as well. I've got a store and a bar under the overhang here. You know, and built a fair amount of defenses, put like a perimeter fence up, and I also have some of these things in here. This is from the same mod that gives snap points for junk fences. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can also build these things, which you can free place. They don't snap to anything, but you can free place them in whatever shape you want. So what it does is it basically directs any enemy that comes in through a gate to have to go down here for a little ways while getting pounded by the defenses before they can actually get into the settlement proper, right?
Yep.
And I've got missile turrets and things like that up there too. So, but anyway, I think we will proceed now to Diamond City and see what's in the mailbox outside my room. So you'll notice that also, those of you watching, that I have changed the look again. Went and got a new hairstyle and a change of clothes. And we're wearing the Commando boonie from Absolutely Headwear, along with sort of I guess a camo / army themed outfit from Absolutely Skimpy attire.
But people can still tell that you're a Minuteman from your gloves.
That's right. I'm still wearing the Minute Woman gloves because I think those gloves are really cool, and I just decided to keep wearing them.
See, Settler goes to the other, hey, she's a Minuteman, okay? And the guy's like, well, how can you tell? It's like, can't you see her gloves?
Yeah. Also, you might notice that glowy necklace that I'm wearing. That is from the Fens Sheriff's Department mod. You can actually make a whole bunch of jewelry items at the chem lab.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And there's a huge different variety of them. So I spent some time playing around making things and trying them on to see how they looked. This one is a synth skull necklace, I guess. It's got, like, if you were able to see it, what looks like, you know, those Gen 2 or Gen 1 synth skulls.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, those. And it glows, which is kind of cool too. Anyway, it's starting to get dark out again. Maybe I gotta get my shotgun out ready here. Shotgun worked really well for killing vampires, actually, because this is the Holy Sjogren inertia shotgun, right?
Oh, okay.
So it has some kind of incendiary effect attached to it as well.
Yep.
Very effective against vampires. So here we are. We're coming up on Diamond City and can see some differences already. Right? You see the big, huge pendants and stuff like that? Or
yep.
Pennants. And this one here, which says, "Our snipers see you." It's a happy face with a bullet hole in the middle of its forehead. The Fens, respite for the weary, business for the honest, no mercy for aggressors. Protected by the sheriff. Okay. Oh, look at this. This must be what the Fens Sheriff Department patrols look like. They got guys in power armor with red and blue lights on the back.
Yep.
And other guys that have, you know, like all sorts of interesting looking armor and stuff on. Wow. They look well armed and well prepared. And here's one of the old security guys. And I was warned about this. Apparently, some of the old Diamond City security guys are in their underwear because I guess if they spawn, if you came to Diamond City, before installing the mod, then like some of these guys will spawn in their underwear. Right? they don't have any clothes on. Although for some reason Danny Sullivan seems to be okay. But anyway, there aren't too many of these guys around. Most of them look like that patrol that I passed back there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll head into Diamond City. Look at that. It actually is giving us a object to look at on a loading screen this time around.
Yeah, weird.
It does that every once in a while, but most of the time I just get a black screen with the little Alt-Tech symbol in the bottom right corner, right?
Yep.
Like you don't get any text here or a picture to look at or anything like that. And I don't know why. It just suddenly stopped doing that.
Pip-Boy?
Oh, see, here's a Fens Sheriff Deputy.
Ah.
And he's got, it looks like some kind of modified double-barreled shotgun.
No loitering.
Look, I'm telling you, it ain't just a story.
Oh, he's got a missile launcher.
University Point, that settlement on the coast, wiped out by cents.
He'll give you some justice.
Yeah, those guys look pretty intimidating, actually. So, here we are, back in Diamond City. Oh, there's another Diamond City security guy in his tidy whities.
What, Diamond City's got 2 private dicks now?
But I guess I can put up with that. Right, there's apparently nothing that can be done about it. One of the guys who writes patches and has been heavily involved in helping to make fixes for this game, or for this mod and that kind of thing, basically says the only thing that you can do about that, if you really hate it that bad, is go back to a save before you installed the mod, or before you actually went to Diamond City.
Yeah.
And then install the mod and activate it. But that's a really, really long ways back, so I guess I'm just going to put up with it.
That's fine. Maybe the Fens Sheriff's Department put Diamond City security out of business.
Yeah,
right.
Well, looks like they almost did, right? There's a lot more Fens Sheriff's Department guys wandering around out there than there is Diamond City guys now. Anyway, there are some differences in here too, by the looks of it. Even the atmospheric music.
Yep.
This looks different. That looks different. Because I think before they were playing some kind of easy jazz or something, and I used to be able to use this door as an exit to the outside, but now, by the looks of it, I'm not supposed to be doing that. And there's the sheriff's room, and Mr. Dr. Pepper's room, and Barb's room, and there's my room. And here we are. Oh, funeral invite. Okay. So it says, read the funeral invite. And then we need to play this through non-stop. So I guess I should eat something here. And maybe I'll have a bit of a sleep. Because that will make a save as well.
Yep.
And then I gotta have a drink of water.
And sleeping makes you thirsty.
Oh, everything makes you thirsty. I'm running low on water too. I've only got 10 left.
See, what we got to do is we just got to get you this giant pair of shoulder pads, and on each thing you're gonna have like one of those like big like water cooler bottles of water, right? And you got a straw coming out from each of them, and they wrap around a helmet and go into your mouth.
Hey, you know what? What you're describing is a beer helmet. But you know what? Somebody needs to come up with the water or beer helmet mod, right? So that you can wear this thing. It looks like a beer helmet, but it dispenses endless water. So that anytime you ever need a drink, you can just activate the beer helmet and you have a drink, and you don't have to carry around all this water. Like, you don't have to carry 10 gallons of water with you everywhere you go. Anyway.
Hey, ain't no shame in taking the occasional camp.
Oh, there's another one. Yeah. Well, Diamond City Security, their new uniform is white underwear. Okay, well, we'll have to pause for a minute because this still takes a really long time.
Alrighty. And we're back.
Yes. And that was a lengthy load screen again. See, there's another one. There's several of these little patrols. They tend to be in 3-man groups.
Yep.
And this guy's got a broadsider.
Well, whatever works, I
Yeah,
guess.
and they're armed with all kinds of things. That guy's got a plasma gun by the looks of it, and that guy's got an assault rifle.
And that guy's got his underwear and a pipe gun.
Yeah, his underwear and a pipe gun, but he is wearing the chest protector at least. But yeah, it seems like the Fens Sheriff Department is a whole lot better outfitted and equipped than the Diamond City Security is. So anyway, we'll keep on heading this way. And I mean, I haven't been playing around with this for very long since I installed this, but it doesn't look to me like the influence of the Fens Sheriff Department has really extended too far just yet. You know, like they seem to be mostly just guys patrolling around the outskirts of Diamond City right now.
Yep.
Are
you gonna get some grenades again?
I'm gonna get some grenades again. I'm gonna pass by here and I'm just gonna keep on grabbing those grenades every time they're here. Yeah, we disable the tripwire and we'll grab the grenades, and those guys will be totally clueless about why that happened, and then they'll just go ahead and they'll put some more grenades in another tripwire.
Yeah, they're like, everybody keeps stealing our grenades, damn it.
Yeah. And I already opened that a while ago. See, mostly I prefer to travel during the daytime too, just because it's easier for people to see.
Yep.
Because with the Darker Nights mod, nighttime is really dark, right? So it can be difficult for people to see what's going on when you're out there in the middle of the night, especially if it's like pouring buckets or something like that too at the same time, right?
Oh man, imagine how dark it would be on that monitor that I got for my own computer.
Yeah. Yeah, well, see, I've got a double monitor set up here, and one monitor is quite bright, and the other one is actually a little more normal. And when I watch them after we finish processing them, you know, before we put them up, I watch them on the darker monitor. Look at that. Extra bonus stuff in the respawning desk fan desk that time.
I know with a lot of games, like even with like the default Bethesda games, I've got my monitor turned down so dark that like you go outside in something like Oblivion or something, and it's like pitch black outside. And that's without any Darker Nights mods or anything.
Yeah.
Of course, the only reason I did that is because like I have a relatively early gen LCD monitor, and so it if you turn it up fairly high, it gets that sort of like washed out look, and all the blacks are very gray and things like that.
Yeah.
And you get a lot of glow from the monitor. Whereas I just turned down the brightness until black looked black, but then as a result, everything is super duper dark.
Yeah.
But that's just how I play the game, so I play everything like that.
Well, I guess you have to adjust it to taste, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
But even on the darker of my two monitors, I find that nighttime without darker nights is actually still fairly light in this game. You know, like you don't really get a lot of really dark. I can't interact with that one for some reason.
That flower doesn't exist.
That flower doesn't exist.
Crash.
Now I'm head tracking on something too.
Probably the flower.
Probably
yeah,
that.
It's the flower.
Probably that flower, yeah. Weird.
And then you go crash because of the flower. You shouldn't have looked at that flower.
Yeah, I wonder if the game's going to crash because I looked at that flower. See, there have been mods put out too that fix the head tracking issue, right? Because I guess that lots of people that really bugs them when when you continue to. Oh, I haven't even explored. What do you call it? My brain's turning to mush.
Oh, I don't know. Come on, man, drink some more coffee. You'll fix it. You'll figure it out.
Uh-oh, what's going on here? Oh,
Robots.
Robots. It looks like Rust Devils versus
Robots?
versus Mechanist or something, right?
Uh-huh. You just want to be careful here.
Yeah, robots are dangerous. They can really, really hurt you. Oh, look, now those guys are up there firing down at them, too. Okay, well.
You're like, not my problem.
Quincy, that's what that place is called.
There you go.
Yeah, it's good. Come on, brain. Oh, jeez. Oh, okay, it's just one of those things.
You should give a quick sneak just to be sure.
Yeah.
Yep, that was the only one left.
Yeah, and it was inside the building. Oh, look at this. There's like lots of stuff in this thing. See, I went over and looked at this little note that's in a really rotten old boat that's pulled up on the shore next to the Adam Cat's garage.
Yep.
And when you read that little note, then it points you to this thing here, which has a variable amount of like little treasures in it.
Yep.
And this is sort of like Bedford Station. Every time you come back here, all this stuff is back, right?
If there was ever a shortage of plungers in the world, there isn't anymore.
That's right. All the plungers you'll ever need. Except for that one place in Nuka World. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
No.
But, and it's not even in a main area, I don't think. You go into one of the rest stop type places and you open one of the bathroom stalls. And there must be like, I don't know, 40 plungers stuck to the inside walls of this bathroom stall. Like they're everywhere, right?
Oh my god. Well, I guess somebody was bored.
I guess so. Anyway, here we are. We're coming up on the... Oh, we should maybe activate that quest so we'll know where we're supposed to go. It's called A Death in the Family. Now I gotta eat. Ooh. What are we gonna eat today? We'll eat some mutant hound chops.
Mmm.
Yeah.
Nice and green, just like how you like it.
Yeah. Okay, what happened to my quest marker-y thing here? Read the funeral. Didn't I read the funeral invite?
Did you not read the funeral invite?
Oh, I did read the funeral invite. Okay, well, anyway. Because it said go to the Lily's funeral at the... Okay, there we go. Now we got a quest marker.
Problem solved.
Yeah. I can pick those hub flowers.
Careful, you might start head tracking on them again.
Yeah.
In the funeral, and you're just looking off in the distance at the flowers.
Mm. Wow, look at this.
Hey there.
There you are. All the same, it's not a small task to get here from Diamond City. We all appreciate the effort.
Yeah, there's no more voice
Thank you all for
protagonists
coming
now.
to pay your respects to our friend and family member, Lily. I can only speak for myself and DP, but we haven't been able to think about much else since the loss. So I thought it would be nice to share some of the good things we remembered about her,
Dig
instead of
up
only
to
dwelling on
Lily's
how much we
grave.
hurt. I think
God.
we can all agree that Lily would want us to remember her with a smile. DP, you knew her longer than anyone, since she was almost a baby. Why don't you tell us something about her?
Of course, Bob. So Doc is right. Me, Lily, and Zeke here grew up in Diamond City. And I don't need to tell you that Lily was the toughest little girl I ever met. Parents were killed by raiders when she was just a toddler. Trash can Carla found her hiding in some bushes by their bodies. Carla brought her to the city and left her with the first guard she found. The rest is Lily's story. If you call anything in Diamond City the streets. Well, and that's where she grew up. Always getting into fights. Always coming to my mom to clean and wash another black eye or bloody nose when she'd fight her bullies. My mom would offer to take her in. So did Becky and Kathy. But Lily said handouts weren't her style. She was saying that at 5 years old. And that's what I remember most about Lily. She started making her own way in this hell before she lost all her baby teeth. She was some kind of rat badger or something, 'cause she just didn't give a fuck. She went out and did Lily. I'm gonna miss you, little hellion.
Thanks, DP. Thanks for cruising out to our digs, you know. Nice to see you again after so many years. So Lily, our first and best fixer and the greatest Atom Cat to ever wear the armor. Those shiners and bloody beaks she got from the bullies that DP was talking about. She got 'em 'cause she never backed down. I'm sorry. I can't disrespect her by talking like that. I wanted to say she never once gave up what was hers to those bullies. Not a single damn time, ever. No matter how many of them there were. 'Cause that's Lily. She wouldn't let us give up our stuff to them neither if she was there. 'Cause that's Lily. Usually a sucker punch, 'cause that's Lily. But that's where she got all those black eyes, DP. I thought you guys should know that. Not in random fights, but from fighting back. She was with me when we started the Atom Cats. And I know I lay it on thick and tell you guys I whacked a pack of ferals for the garage. But the truth is, it was Lily. You need to know that. And she didn't care that I kept telling you that it was me, 'cause that's Lily, kicking the right asses harder than anyone else. All this power armor we got, the Atom Cats, the garage, none of it would be here if it wasn't for her. Stay cool, sister. Rizzo?
We had plans, you know? We talked about it, had it all worked out. You wanted me to move in with our DP, Barb. Well, that's what I was gonna do when the time was right. It was gonna be nice. We were gonna move her workbench to right field, set up a nice family area in her room, raise a couple of kids, Lily style. I thought about it a lot. Made me smile thinking about a couple of toddlers terrorizing the bleachers. Can you imagine Lily as her mom? Uncle DP and Aunt Barb? God damn. But I wouldn't have had it any other way. I see you on the other side, my one and only. Wait for me there.
I remember the first time I met Lily. It was only the second time I'd ever been to Diamond City. It was also only the second time I'd ever been more than a mile from Vault 81's front entrance. To give you some perspective, the deputies were escorting me around the outside of the city to find somewhere for the greenhouse. Lily was arriving from the garage here with Large Marge, hauling another load of power armor. As you can imagine, a full day's walk with that Brahmin left her... Well, I smelled them a block away.
Oh, God.
I didn't say anything. I just stared, open-mouthed, as we passed each other. I must have stuck out like a sore thumb. I just assumed she went around like that all the time, and was horrified that a wastelander could live that way. She said something like, "I could get good cap for that juicy, soft vault rat skin of yours," and kept walking, which just scared me even more. Needless to say, that didn't stop us from becoming friends not long after she showered, and we met again in DP's diner that evening. They say you can't choose your family, but I chose Lily. And that's what Lily is to me. She's my little sister. And this awful world took her from me. And it's so empty without her.
This isn't over, Lily. Every score will be settled in this life. I promise you that.
Most of you know how I ended up in the Commonwealth.
Oh, this is somebody
Where I
new.
come from, what I used to be, how I fled with my husband, pregnant as a bus. Lily was the first person we met on the way down here that didn't try to shoot us. We were on our way to Diamond City, but Evan had other plans for his arrival time. It was Lily who found us as I was screaming through labor. Unfortunately, some synths had heard me too, and tried to kill my baby before he was even, well, out. We had no idea what they were, had never seen one before. We just knew that they wanted to kill us and my baby. Lily heard the firefight by pure chance. She had just formed the Atom Cats here with Zeke, and was joyriding in her new power armor. She turned those synths into scrap metal in her power armor, and saved the 3 of us that day. She took us back to Diamond City, and introduced us to the sheriff, in her own unique way, before stomping off. I'll never forget seeing her and her power armor stomping those synth heads. She was so young. Just a kid. I thought we were gonna die. But me, my family, little Evan born in a firefight, we're all alive because of her. All of us, living, breathing here today because of Lily. Thank you, Lily, for saving us, for being my friend, and for being a sister when I needed one most. We love you, and we'll miss you.
Uh-oh, I think Rizzo's trying to walk over.
Well, Bethesda.
Yeah.
Shit, the Bethesda thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like when Carrington there runs into the car and can't run around it, right?
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just, this has been a very trying day. What did you need? Not really, no. I still see her face every time I close my eyes. This is something we're all going to need closure on to recover. When the sheriff brought her body back to the bleachers, we had Dr. Gary do an autopsy on her. That's become common practice with all of our dead. Just to be sure. There were no synth components of any sort that you find on Gen 3 synths present. That only points to one conclusion, unfortunately. That's really Lily in that grave. That's how the bleachers operates, yeah. We still haven't found Lenny, the scaver who sold me the info about the mass chem hall. He knows our reputation of settling scores, and he hasn't come back to see me about the status of the tip he gave me, like he always has before. The deputies know who he is and are watching for him. He wouldn't get into Diamond City without us knowing. Since he's avoiding the city, and us, we can only conclude he knows something and doesn't want us to find out what. He's in for a shock if he thinks we're going to forget about this while any of us are still alive. We're posting a bounty for him to be brought to us alive when we get back to the city. Okay. The sheriff is going to escort the 3 of us back to Diamond City. As you can imagine, we're in very good hands. Maybe we'll see you back there soon? Thank you for coming all the way out here.
You take as long as you need, Bob. You hear?
Thanks, DP. Just give me a bit longer, then we can start the long haul back.
We're gonna stick around here a little longer. The sheriff has some power armor business with Zeke to take care of before we leave. Thanks again for coming all the way out here. Looks like Lily's got a knack for choosing her friends well. We'll see you back at the city later.
Yeah, I got a closer look at this power armor here a while ago, and the face is painted like some kind of a demon or something, right? Anyway, I guess that's it for the funeral. What does it say here to do now? Okay, the quest will end when you leave the Adam Cat's garage area. Okay. So I guess we'll leave the Adam Cat's garage area. Okay, well, that's it. For a death in the family.
Alrighty.
It took a really long time to get to the Adam Cat's garage. Maybe you were sent some mail while you were gone. Okay, it looks like that mailbox is going to be a device to keep things moving, right?
Yeah.
I need to drink some more water now. Kind of a good idea, actually.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of like check your mailbox at your leisure, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so if I had other things that I wanted to do, I could go do them and then go back and start the next part of the storyline by checking my mailbox. But I'm going to go and do that now because I don't really have too much else to do. And this is about as far in as I sort of test played this with another character a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Up to about this point, just to see if everything seemed to be working okay. And actually, the character I was testing with is my oldest character, the one that's like level 230. And, you know, like, there wasn't really any combat going on in this particular thing, except for what you encounter in your normal travels, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But, oh, what's this? Wandering around. Ooh.
Problem solved.
Yeah. We'll just saw them up. But anyway, as I was saying, with this character, actually, this level 230 character that I have, is the only surviving save game that I have from back before I rebuilt, like entirely rebuilt my Fallout 4 folder.
Yep.
And so if something was going to go wrong,
it was going to go wrong there.
It was going to go wrong with that one, right? For sure.
I take it you have a couple of long-standing bugs in that save, or?
Nothing really too serious, surprisingly enough. You know, like there were some saves that I made where it would pop up and say blah 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 mod is no longer present, you know, like it does if you remove a mod.
Yeah.
But once I got past that, well, surprisingly enough, it seemed to adopt most things reasonably well. And I haven't really had any serious problems with it. Although I don't really play that one anymore. That character is largely retired. Right. That character is Sam Perry, actually, the character that I was using that I built the gun range out at Spectacle Island with.
Yeah.
That we were using that gun range to demonstrate some of the weapon mods and stuff that we were making, right?
As well as to test them.
Yeah, as well as to test them. Because that overall length of that is around 140 yards-ish.
Welcome
and,
back. Nice to see the Commonwealth has
that gives you enough distance to be able to test things like, you know, like spread pattern of shotguns and that kind of thing. And we have measured and marked ranges on signs so that we know how far a flamer actually can reach and that kind of thing, right?
Yep.
Yeah. But
yeah, that was actually, although it was quite an involved construction project, it was actually a pretty good idea too.
Yeah, well, because I think that one of the things that I really learned was that I really understood how a lot of these things worked, right? Because you can't really see in the vanilla game how a lot of these things worked, because you know, like the decaling for bullet marks in the vanilla game, if you fire at, say, a concrete surface like this one, from further than about 3 floor tiles distance away, it won't make any marks, right? So I actually had to install a mod that allows for that, and basically you can fire from the furthest part back stations at that weapon range and still make marks on the target wall that I have at the other end, right?
Yep.
And that's, like I said, almost 140 yards. Because one thing that we also learned is that the top of one of those floor tiles, the big square ones, like the one that would be roughly this,
Yep.
are 3.5 yards across. Right?
Yep.
Looks like I took some damage or something somewhere along the way. And because we knew how far across one of these floor tiles was, we were able to infer from that, you know, like overall distances for lots of things, right?
Yeah, I think I remember sitting here and like adjusting a yardstick so that I could get it to lay flat on the floor and line up end to end.
Yes,
so that we could actually see how long each floor tile was.
That's right, people. A yardstick that you can find in the game is actually a yardstick. It is actually 3 feet long, scale feet, in the Fallout 4 world.
I even remember dicking around a little bit trying to get them to stand up straight and vertical to measure the wall height too, although that didn't work so well.
Well, it worked well enough though, because you can tell too that you know, like if this character is about 6 feet tall, well, it was somewhat more than half of this character's height again to the top of a standard square wall panel, right? And we also figured out from there that the barn and warehouse pieces are actually, I think, 12 feet high.
10 or 12, yeah. I can't remember exactly, but...
Well, no, the standard... the standard, like, shack walls are... and other walls, the concrete walls and things, are 10 feet high.
Yep.
And I think the other ones are a couple of feet taller, like 12 feet. So, anyway, it was interesting. An interesting exercise.
Beat it. Broke up with my girl. She kept the cap off the toothpaste. Know who does that? A simp.
Well. So here we go. Guess we'll go inside and we'll check the mail to see what is there.
Alrighty.
Yeah, it's interesting. Did you notice in that scene at the funeral there, Barb's earrings kept changing color? Like
no, actually, you're more observant than I am.
They're all glowy, and you can make those, right?
Oh,
like
okay.
You can make those at the chem bench too, like just like this necklace thingy that I'm wearing.
That glows.
Wearing that glows when it's dark, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mom.
Okay, well, there's something in the mailbox. Letter from a citizen. Read the letter from a citizen. Okay.
Concerned citizen.
Yeah. Okay, so letter from a citizen. Rumor has it you're a Dudley Do-Right sort of person. If you're interested in a little work, meet me to the north of the school at noon. Okay. Meet the author of the letter north of the schoolhouse at noon. What time is it now?
I got no idea.
Yeah, 4:51 p.m. Okay. So I guess we won't be meeting this person until tomorrow, unless they decided to hang around late and wait for us. I guess we could always, have a look.
Goes to schoolhouse, stands in place for 24 hours.
See, this is another thing that's different too, right? Like they made some changes to the interior of this place, a little cosmetic differences here and there, but also I can't get into this storeroom anymore. Right? Like I used to go in there and I'd throw my sleeping bag down there and sleep.
Yep.
You know? Well, I can't do that now.
That's funny.
That being said, at least I have a room now, so I can just go sleep in my bed, but...
Yep. Oh, well, I guess you just have to sleep out in the middle of the hallway.
Yeah.
Have people walk over you.
If I didn't have a room.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I guess we buried Lily. She's really gone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And by the sounds of it, there was a lot more to her than just somebody that raiders were scared of. So we'll head over this way.
Hey, swata, 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 swing, swata.
Yeah, there's nobody there. So we have to...
stand in place.
Well, we could stand in place, or we could go and find other things to do for, you know, like the better part of 24 hours. But I think we'll end this episode here. So we got a little bit done, and we got Ben's Sheriff Department introduction done. Oh, I know what we could do for a few more minutes.
Oh?
Yeah, before we end this. Is I saw something over here, but we'll have to go outside again. There, see, there's a Diamond City security guy that's properly dressed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So apparently they're not all running around in their underwear, just some of them.
Who's really in control of Diamond City? Read the public.
But I'm guessing that if I started a brand new game and played up to this point, that's what they would look like, right?
Yeah, probably.
They would have that kind of camo outfit with helmet and all that kind of stuff on.
Yeah.
And they would also have something rather more effective than a pipe gun. Anyway, we better pause.
All right. And we're back.
Yeah, I was just saying, it's strange, but leaving Diamond City or any interior cell that goes back out into the area around Diamond City seems almost like you're reloading the entire game from scratch all over again. Oh, now I gotta eat something again. We'll have some more mutant hound chops, since that's what we seem to have some of, so. Yes, during my travels I ran into a big group of super mutants. There were several mutant hounds with them. See that there? Guy, oh, that's the guy with the cannon. He's carrying around a naval cannon as a weapon, right? Anyway,
Jeez.
we just came to the front entrance of the Fens Sheriff's Department. Right?
Yep.
So we can go up this ramp, and up this ramp, and decorations with skulls and that kind of thing. Whoops. And a sign that says resist and report. Oh, look at this. Throwing tomahawk. you can make those too. In the alchemy workbench, you can make these, and you can also make the melee weapon type tomahawks too.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll head on up here some more. Pretty fancy painted power armor station. And there, the Fens Sheriff's Department has set up bounty contracts for local entrepreneurs. Examine the contracts on the clipboard, take the contract to initiate the mission, Return the proof of kill inside the main entrance of the sheriff's department. Happy hunting.
Ah!
Okay, ghoul infestation, gunner bounty, super mutant bounty, raider bounty, synth bounty, and a first aid kit. Reset empty clipboards. So it looks like if the clipboards don't reset by themselves, you push that button and it'll reset them. And we can go inside. Okay. Wow. Okay.
Gun turrets, trophies.
Oh, look at that.
Hold up. Stay behind the red line or we fire. Now. Nice and easy. Let's see those hands. No. No, you're not. Leave. Anything more than the bounties on the clipboards outside requires someone we can trust to get the job done. You're not such a person. Maybe turn in some of those bounties I just mentioned, and we can talk later.
Okay.
The only thing to salvage here would be the loot off your body without clearance.
That's funny.
Oh boy. Now I'm stuck in this thing. I have to do this.
No. Light 'em up, boys.
Uh-oh. I guess that wasn't such a good idea, hey?
I guess not.
Okay. Well, now we've got
another super long
loading screen. So we'll pause.
And we're back.
Yes, and we're not too sure if we didn't inadvertently screw things up for ourselves with Fenn's Sheriff's Department there. So I think what we're going to do is call it an episode for today, and I'm going to go back and see if there's a save not too long ago that I can revert to, where I didn't walk in there and, provoke them. And I guess we'll see you next time.
All right.
Until then,
I'm Rec V5,
and I am Sandman 99.
Have a good one.